How are you guys this morning?
Good.
Good. Are you enjoying it? I know it's kind of rainy and whatnot, but it's still a nice day.
Yeah.
Kind of cool, not too warm. So this station is soils.
Yeah.
You're going to learn a little bit about soils. Does somebody knows anything about soils?
They're full of nutrients for plants.
That's good.
They can decompose stuff.
Yeah.
Another word for soil is dirt.
I'm sorry?
Another word for soil is dirt.
No. What? No? Oh. I'm joking. Well, we say dirt is what you get, back in your feet and boots and take home, and mom and dad are like, no, clean it up. But soil, it's a little different. You gotta, it's like, love it, No, I'm joking. But yeah, dirt, soil, either or, it's okay. We'll let it pass. But yeah, it's full of nutrients. It can decompose. So you guys know a couple things about it. So have you guys been taking class on soils or?
No, not really.
No?
We're just taking science and soil's in it.
Ah, I see. Okay, well, cool. So I guess since you guys know a little bit about soil, there's three main things in soil. Do you guys know what those are?
No.
Or let's put it a different way. Soils are a combination of three materials. Here we got, what does this look like?
It looks like brown sugar.
Sand.
Yeah, it kind of does look like brown sugar. But yeah, sand. And somebody wants to give it a shot? Touch
do.
it, like,
Sniff it or?
It's soft.
yeah, but is it kind of like grainy? Like little, like...
No, it's
No?
not wet. It's dry.
Yeah, it's dry.
And then the other one looks like flour.
I know. So
Why are we
got-
using cooking ingredients?
I know. I'll give you a hint. So sand, it's usually one of the materials in soil. So it's a combination of sand. Can somebody guess the other two? I just have one here, but they're both pretty close.
Flour?
It feels like flour. Sand, silt, and clay.
Dang.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Have you guys heard about silt and clay?
I know clay is.
Clay you can use
yeah.
to make things.
That's right, yeah. And clay, it's like really fine, like floury. This one, I'll let you guys touch it, but you see that? It's a little, there's a lot of it in here, and it's kind of like, it sticks in your fingers. It's a little like flour, it's soft. So silt and clay are very fine, and soil pretty much is combined of sand, silt, and clay. You have rocks and whatnot, roots and other things in soil, but the main components of soil, it's sand, silt, and clay. Sand weighs a lot more than silt and clay because they're smaller particles. So as a visual, we'll do, so this would look like what?
Sand.
Like sand, that's right. Then you'll have your silt and your clay. So sand is the biggest particle. Then you have silt, and then you have clay. So it's a good visual to see and understand that whenever we have a big rain and there's some erosion, and then you see all the mud and all that stuff, by the road or on the creek or whatnot. What do you think it's flowing away or eroding away?
The dirt.
And that would be between the sand, silt, and clay.
Clay.
Clay, a lot of clay, and then silt. They're still different size, but they move about the same in comparison to sand. So let's see. Anything else? Any questions so far? No? Are you guys good? So what is soil good for? I know it has nutrients back there.
Planting.
I'm sorry?
Planting.
Yeah, for plants or planting trees. What else?
Instead of leaving dead organisms laying around, the soil decomposes it.
Yeah, it decomposes.
Photosynthesis?
Photosynthesis. That's the sun and the plants, but it
It does make the plants. It helps photosynthesis.
Yes, yeah. It helps for the plants to grow. So So there's something that we all need besides water. What is it?
The sun's energy.
I know. Air. Food.
Food.
That's right. So the
Filter.
soil, as you can see, everything that's growing around us, it's like growing in work. Like it's pretty much the soil, right? Same with like whatever, you know, if it's fruits, vegetables, corn, beans, cows eat grass that grows in the soil. So it's very important because it's mainly the medium or that foundation where things grow so we can eat, so we can feed ourselves and others and our little animals and all that stuff. So what else? Anything else? Do things live in the soil?
Yes.
Like what?
Worms and ants.
Worms and ants.
I really don't know, but
Some of them like they're little and they're puffy and hairy.
I forgot what they're called.
I know.
Wait.
Could be. They like to hang out in the soil some too.
Snakes.
Snakes,
Spiders.
spiders,
Grubs.
grubs.
Gophers?
Yeah, and there's some that don't. I guess they kind of live in it.
I don't
but
know what a gopher is.
They make holes and they're pretty big. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. So it's a living thing because there's things living in it, right? So and it's full of nutrients, decomposes things. So and that's pretty cool. Because let's see if I can show you guys real quick. So I grabbed this from down close to we have a little stream crossing down there, and I grabbed it not too far from it, and you can see there's some leaves, and they're slowly decomposing, and then you have all this grass, and then as you can tell, that the more you get into it, like that's almost like all decomposed stuff, like little roots, little pieces of leaves and whatnot. So yeah, so over time this helps build the soil. So and it takes a lot of time, like a long time for soil to form. It takes millions of years. Like it's not that easy to make soil. Yeah.
Isn't that called compost?
Yeah, well, it slowly decomposes, so it's a sort of a natural decomposition of the materials, and it just goes back into the soil. So, let's see. So animals that live in it, they need, just as us, they need water, food, air. So, do you think those animals, whenever they eat whatever's in the soil, they like send it back to the soil? As you know, like number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so it recycles that, and it uses that to, nutrients in the soil, whatnot, and then plants can grow healthier. We have a healthier environment. So I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. I don't know the story of this one, but this one looks pretty rough, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
I can't see it. Oh yeah.
yeah, it kind of
Red
looks,
mud?
yeah, pretty rough. So I'm not sure if this was like, if you guys have seen like, well, farm fields, they get tilled over time. They don't have a cover on it. They let them lay during the winter time, bare ground or whatnot. So let's say this is probably a soil that wasn't treated very well. And then we have this one that looks a lot different. Looks a little more healthier. Yeah. There's when a soil it's a little darker, you can say there's more organic matter. So organic matter, it's when things decompose, the little animals that live in it do number 2 and send it back to the ground, and we treat the soil right. Maybe we do some conservation practices or whatnot. So it probably will look a lot more like this, and it has a better structure. Composition is better. The combination of sand, silt, and clay, it's better. So overall, it's a lot better soil. So it looks healthier, but we'll give it a shot. We'll test it. So I'm gonna drop this little spot of soil in here, and you guys tell me what's going on or what happened. Is anything going on?
I think it's getting thicker.
I don't see a whole lot, but
Me neither.
let's give it some time,
It
just in
looks like it's
case.
getting good idea.
Yeah.
So, do you guys know the story about the three little pigs?
Yes. Yeah.
So what happens? What's that story about? What happens?
One pig builds his thing with hay. The
Okay.
other pig builds his house with wood,
Yeah.
sticks.
Yeah.
And the other pig builds his house with bricks.
Yeah.
And then the wolf blows down the first two houses.
What?
And then, he couldn't blow down the
The third.
brick house.
Yeah. So, do you guys think like the soil? Let's say the soil it's been managed well. It's a healthy soil. Do you think what type of is that? The brick house? Is that the hay or the sticks?
The brick.
That's a brick house, right? So what you guys are seeing so that soil has a good structure. It's strong. It's solid. We have roots that hold it together. We have little critters that lived in it and help glue those soil particles together real good. So it's a pretty good soil. And right now what's happening is water is trying to get in, but it's not breaking the soil. It probably is going in slowly, but the soil is still in good shape. Why? Because we got a good structure. They're within the soil, they're pretty small, but microscopic. There's probably pores in there that water gets in, but it doesn't affect the structure of it. So let's say I'm going to take it out and put it right here. Now we're going to check out the not so good looking soil. So I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to drop it.
Oh, I'll dissolve.
It like spins.
Whoa,
It's
That's
dissolving.
pretty quick, right?
that's terrible soil. It's
Yeah.
not terrible. It's just
Look, it's stuck at
it's not well taken
Wait,
care
it
of.
probably breaks
It's
easily.
Yeah. So why do you guys think which house is this one?
It's probably like the sticker hay.
Yeah. And why do you guys think that's the case? You know, if you look at these two, like, what's the difference? Like, yeah.
The other one is orange and it's like lighter and
So-
then it makes like a little more noises, and then the darker one it just
So color,
yeah.
Okay.
different colors.
you had one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chunks.
The chunks? Yeah, they're different, right? These ones are almost like little, like cookies. No? I don't know, maybe. These ones are like maybe brownies.
I was gonna say brownies.
Don't eat them though.
Yeah, don't eat those. Not
So what else? So we got color, the shape of it, or the structure of it.
The brown soil is clumping together
Yeah,
because it's better taken care of.
yeah.
And then the I'm gonna call it tan soil is not, because it wasn't taken care of very good.
Yeah, that's right. So soil, you know, it's a very important resource that we have. We depend on it. Not just us, but animals, critters, anything, plants, trees. So we depend on soil a lot. So a thought is that try to treat soil the best we can. Just because, as the same way we saw here, you know, we can have a really good soil that will not erode, will have a good structure, help plants grow. But then we have a soil that could be, you know, it can erode easily. It's not well treated. Probably doesn't have as much nutrients. There's no living organisms, so decomposition's not going to be so good, whatnot. So important. We have to protect our natural resources, and soil, it's one of them. So that was just a little visual, just for you guys to see the importance of, or the difference between a healthy soil and a not so healthy soil. Yeah, man.
I think it's cool that whenever it was all first going in, it was like all brown and
Yeah.
stuff.
And
But
it's
eventually it started standing down, and
Yeah.
you can see all the little pieces at the bottom.
it's not a trick. So let's check it out. I'll grab another one, and we'll do the same. And even before I put it in, it's starting to break down. You see that? So that's pretty wild. So yeah, and that's a pretty cool visual. So I need 2 volunteers. Let's see, someone that hasn't, yeah, with the TikTok, yeah, and who else? Yeah, you haven't, yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna build a little layer, like, not layer, but profile, soil profile. So a soil profile, and you guys will see here in a little bit, usually you have your parent material, and that includes all the rocks, all the where soil over time gets developed. So that's like real deep. Like, let's say if we dig a hole like 5 feet deep or something like that, the parent material is going to be your bottom layer. So it's going to be down at the bottom. So we're going to do a little parent material layer, then we'll do a subsoil layer, which is slowly and the topsoil moves a little bit down, and it forms that subsoil layer. So you'll see it. So that would be like, if between 5 feet and 4 feet you have your parent material, then you have like maybe 3 feet of subsoil, and then the last one will be your topsoil, which is pretty much what's on the surface and a couple inches underneath the surface. So if we make a hole here, let's see, show you guys. So where all the roots are at, and all that material there, that's your topsoil, where your organic matter it's at. So we'll do a little visual for you guys, and while the girls work on it, I'll ask you guys some questions, and we'll get on it. So. And I have water, so I'll be right back.
Okay. So we only have to write a thing. Is it in partners or individual? Oh, you better be paying attention. Well, you know, I'll just get a one.
Okay, so
You'll be good.
quick question. So what soil it's made of? There are 3 things. Just one. Give me one.
Clay.
Okay.
Oh, sand? I just asked him. I was gonna say sand, but
You're pretty close to the other one.
soil.
You got clay, sand and
Silt.
silt. Yeah. Cool. So, sand is which one? Is the smallest one or the
Biggest.
Sand's
biggest
the
one?
biggest one.
Cool. Then we got what? Clay?
Clay.
Yeah.
Silt.
Or silt. Silt, right. And then clay, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, it's so important.
Yes.
Why is it?
It decomposes matter and
Cool. Well, so we got decomposition,
Makes food.
makes food. What else?
and also helps plants.
Yeah, helps plants grow. So it helps a lot of things. So plants grow, photosynthesis happen. We have fresh air. We have food. Do you guys think soil filters water?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Where do you guys see that? Might not be the best example, but like if we are out in the like outside of the city, like the country, and there's a house, there's a septic system. So wherever that wastewater goes, it goes into the soil, and then the soil filters that wastewater. So it is a good filter. It's probably the best natural filter, and that we have out there. So it filters water, has nutrients, helps plants grow, whatnot. So again, is it important or?
Yes.
Nah?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see. I think the girls are. The girls are almost done, but so you guys. I know it's not the weekend, but you guys had a fun weekend last
Yeah.
weekend? What all you did? So real quick. Yeah, we'll get you.
I don't think they want to get big.
Come this way, because it's made water might fall.
Lucky.
So, what did we talk about right before we got into the weekend plans? Or not weekend plans, but what all you did on the weekend. So, we had, what was that bottom layer? I forgot the name of it.
Soil. Nope.
Sand.
Sand. Clay.
Silt.
No, we had, no, the layer, like,
It was up to 5 feet.
it's something like parent,
God.
I can't remember.
Stop talking. He's talking too much.
parent what? Parent,
I remember.
machete, no, parent, machado.
No. I don't know.
Mattress. Parent mattress.
Not mattress.
No. Parent material. Clothes. I was gonna say bar. So parent material. So that's our bottom layer. Then I don't know if you guys can see it from that far, but there's a little change of color between
I can see it.
the bottom one and then the middle one. So we have parent material, then
Substance.
so
Silt. No,
Sub-
soil.
yeah, subsoil.
Subway.
So, Subway, that's very good. So we have our parent material, we have our subsoil, and then we have our,
Soil. No.
now
Sand.
it's like on the
Top.
Sand.
top what?
Soil. Top layer.
No, you got it,
Soil.
topsoil, yeah. So we have parent material, subsoil, and topsoil. So this one is for you guys to keep for the class, and I'll give it back to the girls. If you guys want to wash your hands, there's the bathroom in here. I can walk you there. But yeah, I'll give it back to them. They'll keep it for you guys. Don't shake it, because then it gets all funky.
Shake it.
So we talked about good soils, bad soils. So do you guys think that another little visual? So what happens if we have things growing in the soil? Do you guys think it helps keep the soil together, or plants grow up, but they also grow?
Down.
And what's down?
The roots.
Yeah, and the roots help do what?
Oh, helps the plants stay together.
Cloister bomb.
And what else?
Helps the soil stay together.
Yeah. So this is soil and what?
Roots.
Yes. So if I try to lift this up, do you guys think it's gonna fall? Or
No.
it's gonna stay together?
It's gonna fall.
Stay together.
How many fall?
I say that some of it falls off because it might not be stabilized together.
Okay. Well, we'll give it a shot.
Sitting out.
I think it's gonna stay.
It was. Yeah, it was
I
sitting
think
out
the grass
since
may.
yesterday,
Well,
so
I
we'll see.
think the grass may break.
Oh.
Whoa!
What?
So some of it might fall. That's okay. But like, you see,
It's like, okay.
that's a lot of soil.
It is.
But all these plants that are growing, or well, they were growing. They might get, still grow if I put it back in the soil. But they're growing, so they're actively the roots are actively growing, so they're keeping that soil together. They're holding that soil together, putting it together. So that's a little visual to know that it's important and it's good to always keep the soil covered. So let's say if we didn't have grass here and it's like today raining, there would be a lot of that going on because there's nothing holding that soil in place.
You'll probably die.
Yeah. So I think